Hello, Paso, and welcome to another edition of Fact Friday. I'm Martin Padilla. Joining us on this edition of Fact Friday is Dr. Hector Ocaranza to give us more information on the third dose and the booster dose. Dr. Hector Ocaranza, thank you so much for joining us. Can you tell us the difference between the third dose and the booster dose?
Hi, today we're going to explain in very simple terms what it means to receive or seek a third dose of the COVID vaccine or receive or seek a booster dose of the COVID vaccine. Even though they seem to be similar, because you might already receive 2 doses of the COVID vaccine, they have a little bit of difference. So let's begin to explain what does the third dose mean. A third dose of the COVID vaccine means that to begin with, people with certain conditions that have a very, very low immune system did not produce enough antibodies against the COVID due to the vaccine, and this is because of the conditions that they have or the medication that they're taking. So therefore, we need to administer a third dose of the vaccine to complete a schedule, and this way we're telling the body to produce even more antibodies to have a better protection.
What does the booster shot do for the individual?
Now, going to the booster shot. The booster shot is for those people that are healthy or have some other chronic conditions that might not debilitate the immune system. And with the 2 doses of the whole the 2 doses of the vaccine schedule, they had the right protection, but with time, this protection wanes and the protection diminishes. So we need to remind the immune system that they need to produce a little more antibodies so we can bump up that protection again to the levels that we consider to be very effective. That applies to almost everybody that received the 2 doses of the vaccine as it was already recommended.
Can you give us some examples of when someone should get the third dose and when someone should get the booster dose?
The third dose of the vaccine is for those individuals that have a very low immune system. Who might that be? Well, individuals that receive organ transplants, for example, kidney transplant, that they're taking medication to lower their immune system. People that are having to be treated for cancer and are receiving chemotherapy. Individuals that have an autoimmune disease such as lupus, rheumatoid arthritis that are receiving medication to lower the immune system, they all need to have a third dose. And it's important to note that these individuals, they need the third dose at least 28 days after they have received their second dose of the vaccine. Now the booster dose. Who is the booster dose for? Well, those are for all individuals 65 years of age and older. Every individual that lives in a long-term care facility, such as nursing homes, such as other institutions where they are admitted. People that have chronic conditions that are older than 50 years of age. All those individuals that have some other chronic conditions that are younger than 49. Discuss it with your doctor, and if it is appropriate, go and receive your booster dose. Very important to note that the booster dose is administered 6 months after they completed the 2-dose schedule with the Pfizer vaccine. For those that receive Moderna and Johnson & Johnson vaccine, we need to tell them to be patient, and an announcement should be coming very soon as the FDA and the CDC approves that booster dose for those individuals that receive Moderna and Johnson & Johnson.
Is there a fee for the third dose or the booster shot?
There is no fee to receive the third dose or the booster dose. And also, for more information, you can access or make your appointment at epcovidvaccine.com, and there's going to be plenty of information there. You can schedule your dose of the vaccine at the time and day that is most convenient for you, and we have locations that are very accessible to you.
Is there anything else you'd like to add?
One more thing that we'd like to add is that don't forget to receive your flu vaccine. Now that the flu season is right upon us, please protect yourself and your loved ones and receive also the flu vaccine.
Well, that does it on this edition of Fact Friday. Dr. Hector Ocaranza, thank you so much for joining us, and thank you all for watching. If you need any more information, make sure and visit epcovidvaccine.com or check out our social media pages. We'll see you guys on the next Fact Friday.